And shout out. I don't know if we've said it like on screen to your face. I feel like when I said congratulations, it was over the phone, but congratulations
Yeah.
on the engagement.
Woo!
Thank
Love to
you.
see the
Thank
love.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I've heard the story before on your and Ant's podcast, but if you don't mind
Mhm.
giving the story of like maybe like a first date or when you knew your partner was the one, like how did that feel? How did that look that first date?
Yeah, so it really came back to the disc assessment for me, right? And I know we're talking about self mastery and just knowing yourself. And so when I took the assessment in 2018, I was able to identify and kind of put words to like, okay, these are my strengths and these are my blind spots, or this is why I continue to get these results that I'm getting in this specific area. And so what I was able to identify is that, okay, this is where I am, and I'm looking for someone that's going to be strong in these areas
Mm,
or strong in that kind of support way. And so, we dated back in college, which was, about 10, 12 years ago, and went our separate ways. But I still like, I already knew, back then that this person was, the person that I'm gonna be with and is gonna be my partner. And so I was just I grew up, I matured a bit, and I was like, yo, it's time to stop playing. And
yeah.
just made it happen.
Love it. Love it. And I feel like knowing the type of conversations that you're a part of on the Breed University accountability call with T, what type of long term visionary type conversations did y'all have before you actually popped that question?
Yeah, everything. Like I definitely, just in the early stages before I even kind of made the decision, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna pursue, and like this
Yeah.
is what this is gonna look like. I was still like filling it out, seeing, where her mindset was, seeing where her mentality was, and off top, without her even taking the assessment, I can tell just by the language that she was using that, okay, this is what I'm looking for. When I'm looking to have a partner.
Hmm. Love it. Love it. Queen, how did the disc assessment help us out in your opinion?
I feel like, I mean, it did confirm, I think, a lot of what we probably already knew, but I think it helped put into, like, it helped, I think, explain, I guess, like, our, characteristics, but also, like, our
Mm,
motives, like, why we are
Mhm.
the way we are, right?
yeah.
And I think that that helped for us, right, in those moments where you may have a disagreement or have a little tiff or whatever. I feel like you always revert back to kind of what's natural for you. So I think it has now made sense, and I think it has allowed us to give each other a little bit more grace in those moments of
Mm,
like, I know he doesn't
Yeah.
mean any harm by this. This is how he operates, right? This is him in his natural state, right? He's a dreamer. He's
yeah.
expressive. He's just all these things. And I think it just helps now. I feel it helps us understand more about each other, but also about like ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's definitely just put a different perspective on like if you do something and I'm just like, why on earth did he why did you do that? And I'm just like, okay, that's just how he is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and I know same over here, like, so if this is your first time tuning in, like Devon's the dreamer, he's the high I, which I'm
Hmm.
sure we'll get into what that means later on, but he's very like out there, very expressive, very inspirational, very
Thank you.
just dreaming, right? That's all him. And then I'm the high C over here, which is like kind of the cautious,
Yeah.
more calculated,
Hmm.
analytical.
Hmm.
But I have to
Organized.
organize, right? I
Yeah.
have to be careful not to just put negative stuff on, mine's a gift too.
Yeah. Intentional.
Intentional, yes.
Yeah.
But right, one of the ways where we clash and that we realize is that like when after we have a vision and when it comes to executing, I typically want to do a whole bunch of research and have plan A through Z mapped out. And
Yep.
he's just like, we just gotta do it. And so where we typically will find like a happy medium on like, okay, let's at least make sure we have like the first three steps outlined and then
Hmm.
let's just act. Let's just do it. And so I think that helps us in business aspects for sure.
Hmm.
Know like where we need to start and how we're going to approach things.
100%. Thank you for supporting the M4 show and our mission to increase the wealth of Black families.
If you received any value from this episode, any value at all, any, do us a favor and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube and Apple, Spotify, anything, all of them, all of them, wherever you're listening. Go ahead and like and subscribe.
And after you like and subscribe, make sure you send this episode to at least one family that you really want to see win. We'll catch y'all next time.